Good day. Chapter 7, Power BI Aggregate Function. Let's start with the aggregate function approximated distinct count. This returns the approximate number of rows that contain distinct values in a column. On the next line, this is its syntax. You're gonna write the keyword approximated distinct count, and then you're gonna define inside the parentheses less than and greater than the column name of the table reference. Next, average returns the average value of all the numbers on a specific column. The syntax would be keyword average, and then you're gonna define the reference column together with its table. Count. The count function contains the number of cells in a row that contains non-blank. The syntax would be the keyword count and then the column with its table. Count blank counts the number of blank cells in a column. Count blank keyword would be the syntax, and then you're gonna put the reference column after that one. Count rows. Count row function counts the number of rows in a specified table or in a table defined by an expression. Distinct count. Count the number of distinct values in a column. The keyword would be distinct count and then the column. Distinct count no blank counts the number of distinct values in a column. Distinct count no blank, and then the keyword, that would be the keyword, and then the column name would be the reference of that table. Max returns the largest value in a column. So the keyword would be max and then the column reference together with its table. Next, minimum or min returns the smallest value in a column. The syntax would be min and then the reference table and its column. Product returns the product of the number in a column. The syntax would be the keyword product and then the reference table with its column. Sum, add all the numbers in a column. The keyword would be, in terms of syntax, sum and then the column name together with its table. Okay, before I do the demo, please follow and subscribe to my channel, Prof. Dale, for my FB, YouTube channel, Prof. Dale 7, and then if you would like to be trained with our training center, it's iMerge IT Consultancy. So let's get started with the demo. Okay, so let's start with, I will have my checklist. Let's start with approximated count. Okay, so let's say we'll be using the approximated count. So let's say we're gonna do the approximate count of this. Let's say salary. Okay, so let's start. So we're gonna right click this one, then create new measure. Okay, and then approximate let's say expenses. So what we're gonna do is I'm gonna call the keyword approximate. There. Let's say change this one to salary instead. distinct count. Or wait. I'll use new column here. Come on. So with the new column, I'll use this one as, let's say, approximate salary. Okay, I'm gonna use the keyword approximated distinct count. Okay, and then the information table there, and then call this salary. Say execute. Okay, so this approximated distinct count doesn't um, support this current configuration of ours. So the main thing here is that this is how you do a how you create a measure or a DAX. Okay, so let's say you would like to have an approximate number of row. This is how you do it, specifically the distinct count. Okay, so that's how you do it. We just need to upgrade this Power BI desktop to have this approximated distinct count function works. But in our end, I cannot upgrade this one. It's because my Power BI is in a lower version, so we need to update it and then put our Power BI in license. Okay, so we go forward with the average. So let's say you would like to do an average. Okay, average expenses. Okay, expenses equals to, let's say salary. Okay, so let's say we're gonna put, oh sorry, um, call first the table information and then the salary. Okay, and then enclose this one to with the average. Okay, there you are. Okay, so execute. There, so there is an average function here. What we're gonna do is, let's say here, so it shows the average average salary. Okay, so what if we have here the let's say sibling? It's a text. Okay, so I just put this one here. So it's a text, it's a sibling. Okay, so let's say we would like to compute this one. Okay, so using the A. So what do I mean? So let's say I'm gonna write here a new measure again, and then let's say I'm gonna put a average A. Okay, average sibling number. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna put an average A here. So let's start. So when we do average here, so average deals with a data type that includes number only. So we're in this average A computes a value that includes also the text. So, okay, so and then the average X contains average plus you could add an expression within the average function. So here average A. Okay, so let's say average A sibling. Let's say I'm gonna call. Imagine it's too fast to handle this one. Okay, so it's easy, right? So I right click this one, average A. There, so I'm gonna put average A here. Okay, see. So it's a variable. It's a text. So if the moment it detects a text, it will automatically be 0. Okay, so that's how a works. Okay, so it's because this sibling value, it's a this column sibling, it's a text, unlike with this one. So when I do this one, average average, let's say gonna update this one, average um, hmm, average salary. So salary is a number. Okay, so gonna write this one, new measure, let's say average a salary, it's a number, the data type of the salary, it's a number, salary. Okay, average a salary, salary. Okay, so gonna put here information, and then information, information, salary. Okay, so gonna write it down, wherein contains many with okay, so I just delete this one, wait, delete from model, clean this up. Okay, so I gonna repeat it again. So here, so the average here, the reason it displays because expenses, it's a number, so so that's the reason why it shows here. And then here siblings is a text. Okay, so this text shows nothing, so the moment I call the average a, it will compute by 0. Okay, so look at this. um, if I gonna do a average a sibling, okay, let's say average, let's say b sibling, so sibling is equal to information, information, call this sibling, where is it? Oh, with an s. Okay, average a. Okay, so let's say I'm gonna put, instead of average a, I'm gonna put average only. Okay, so I'm gonna write it down, there you are. So there, average lang, there, see, so there's an error. So this shows that this sibling is using a text value. Okay, so we just need to see, an average cannot work with string values. Okay, so what we're gonna do here is that we just, this is not appropriate on showing this one as using a function using this column. Okay, so that's how you do it. So that's the difference between using an average to a average a. Then what's the difference between using an average x? Any function that includes an x on the end, it gives you the capability to add an expression plus the operation on it. Let's say you're doing product, you're doing sum, then you could simultaneously add an expression. That's how it works. Okay, so everything here that I've stated, from minimum, maximum, it's the same thing. Okay, the only difference is that it's operation. Okay, so summary, if you use uh, the value, okay, so let's say average, it only computes a number. If you use if you use an x, it it sh- it it added a a an action wherein you have the capability to do a an expression, add an expression. If you have an a, let's say average a, max a, minimum a, you have the capability to to um, to incorporate a value of text to be equal to 0 when you compute. Okay, so what you're gonna do is you just um, change the keyword where I discussed a while ago, and then do the same thing. Okay, so that's the explanation about how aggregation works. Thank you and have a nice day.